Welcome everybody to another episode of Analyzing Better Call Saul. In this episode of The Corner, we will look at episode 5, Black and Blue. And should we dive right into it? Here I have the co-host of The Corner, Patrick. Hello.
Yo.
How are you?
What's up?
How did you like
Good.
the episode yesterday?
I have like a question for you about the episode actually, because like I do know that that is like some kind of like memorandum or something that Werner is having made to remember his Junge or boys, right?
Seine Jungs.
But what is that? I mean, like, I get it that in the intro here that they're making it in some kind of like plexiglass or glass thing here. But what is it? Some kind of measuring tool?
Yeah. I mean, it kind of I think it's like a throwback to or a reference to the Breaking Bad labs with all the chemicals and stuff. So that's definitely like visually it feels like Breaking Bad again. So I think that's that's it. And then of course we have In Stiller Nacht by Pink Martini and the Von Trapps. Apparently that's a German band or something like that. But I gotta be honest, this song is really hard for even a native German like me to understand, because they drag the vowels so much. So I was sitting there like, is this actually German? Like, very distorted, but I guess that's the charm of Better Call Saul for you there. It kind of distorts reality in funny ways. It makes it asymmetric, if you will. Now, what were you actually asking?
Like I was like asking like what kind of like measuring tool that that is.
You mean like a volumetric flask or an Erlenmeyer flask, or like?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a chemist. How would I know? All I know is that what it says on that shrine or whatever that memoriam thing is in Liebe. What? I'm trying to find it here again, so we can see what it means. The fuck? Why the fuck can't I find it here? Yeah. In Liebe deine Jungs, which basically means with love your boys. And yeah, it says that. It says that in the subtitles there, so I didn't even have to translate it. But yeah, so that's a gift from the guys from what is that douchebag's name? I forget.
Oh right. I think I have found it. The douchebag names is Kai, by the way.
Kai.
No, I think I found it. I think this is the tool that was inside. Like when Werner was measuring up the lab for Gustavo. He was using something that is called Rückprallhammer in German.
Yeah, right. And which loosely translated means back impact hammer.
Yeah, back impact hammer. And in this back impact hammer, there is something that looks like this as a measurement thing. I'm gonna see if I can copy the picture, because like that looks very similar to what he's having,
Yeah, yeah,
conserved or preserved there, right?
yeah.
And then on the bottom of it, it said Volkers. I don't know what that is. Have you any reference to that in Breaking Bad?
Yeah. I don't actually know. But let's not get lost in these details, because the people who are listening to this won't know shit. Won't know what we're talking about anyway. So
Okay, fine.
so I don't know. Let's just continue with some more interesting scenes here. There was like two favorite things in this episode were well, first of all, actually my most favorite thing, if I am going to start with that, was the boxing fight, obviously, because man, there's like we were watching, my friend and I, we were watching an episode of The Blacklist afterwards, and during that entire episode I was just like sitting there thinking about this boxing fight and thinking about what it means, what it represents, that Howard has now asked Jimmy to fight, because like obviously Howard wants to call him out on it now. He's like you want to like he wants him to admit that he's been that he's been messing with him. But of course Jimmy is never going to admit that. Because that's that's part of his whole grand master plan, as we have established. But at the end of it, like Howard insists on it. He kind of insists. He kind of wants him to fight after all, and he insists so hard that as Jimmy is just about to walk away, then this is like the point of no return. Although I hate that term, because there is no point of no return in this show. It's but exactly at that point, Jimmy is thinking like, "Fuck, man! If I don't fight him now, Howard might actually he might actually find out anyway. That might be suspicious."
I like it that it says like H.O. Ward. That's you. That's cute. Like for Howard, but that's apparently like what he has called Francesca, and who ordered this appointment, right? And then called himself H.O. Ward.
In what scene?
In where he comes into the boxing gym.
Oh yeah, right, Mr. Ward, right.
H.O. Ward.
Yeah. Why? What is that a reference to? Is that do we have anything that's? It doesn't ring a bell with me anyway. Ward, H.O. Ward.
H.O. Ward. It's a murder mystery writer.
Yeah. And by the way, I just want to apologize to any listeners out there that actually are listening to this crap. This episode is going to be very just chill, because I don't know, I don't have a lot of energy tonight, so whatever.
Okay, look, H.O. Ward was who has been captivated by murder mysteries and cryptic crossword puzzles for many years, also enjoys domestic and foreign travel, good foot painting, photography, and so on. So he's written a lot of shit, but like murder mystery books such as Death by the Real. I think that's what Howard is referencing in this one, by the way. Death by the Real and Death by Death by Inches or something. No, Death by Unches. That's a weird title. So yeah, murder mystery writer, but also like a double reference there to like Howard clearly as like H.O. Ward, right? But yeah, then I liked that he has like gone through it that that he has apparently said that he's a guy who shanked some dude in a rumble near Central Penn. And then Howard just says, "Yeah, it sounded like a Saul Goodman case to me."
Yeah.
Just like a quick comment on this scene here is that still, at this point, Saul or Jimmy is like still inexperienced in wearing suits, because you can see that his suits and pants and suit jacket there is like oversized. They're not custom fitted.
No.
And
no,
he has some used loafers on, and also the legs on his pants is also too long, so he has just pulled them up over his loafers.
Yeah. What do you think about the music that's playing over the whole sequence? I mean,
You gotta see it again, man.
it kind of like, to me, it makes the whole scene feel very comedic, like, but not like.
No, I liked it. I liked the music.
But comedic
very
in a very realistic
comedic.
way, because it's not like a heroic battle between like two Marvel heroes, between like the Hulk and Thor or something like that. No, it's just two random normal guys, two fucking lawyers that are nerdy about fucking theoretical stuff, and they're now like battling it out physically, and it's just
That's very funny.
it gives just a funny comedic realism to it. That's the best way I can describe it. So no, I really liked it, and also like what I like about the fact that Howard wins is that yes, now Saul gets beaten down even further, meaning that this knockout punch it's just another punch that he is now adding towards his broken persona, which will then at some point later in season 6 or in the road towards Breaking Bad will come out as some sort of a explosive retaliation. So I like that much better than if Saul had won.
Did you catch his cheap shot? Like it's that. Like,
I'm not that much into boxing, so I don't know the moves.
No, you can't miss it. You can't miss it because like Howard gets a shot in, and Jimmy or Saul.
At what timestamp? What timestamp?
Give me a second, and then 26:29, right? And then Jimmy launches his attack towards Howard, pushing him into the side there.
Wait, 26:29? That's already outside.
Oh no, no, because I have like the fucking it's like fucked up at mine. 25:27.
25:27.
You got it?
Yeah, but I still don't.
Howard. Fuck, man.
Oh yeah. Jimmy is storming into his torso.
Yeah.
And
then
grabbing him and pushing him towards the edge of the boxing ring.
Keep watching. And then Howard gets a few punches in, and then Slippin' Jimmy comes out, man, because he fucking locks down Howard's foot to keep it in position, and then knocks him down.
So the foot maneuver is illegal. You're not allowed to stand.
Yeah, the foot maneuver.
You're not.
Where he's like stamping on Howard's foot there, right?
Right. I see. Yeah, just like Jimmy symbolizing Jimmy not using dirty not just using dirty tricks in the physical in the ring, but also in his career using dirty tricks there.
And this is like telling Howard a lot about Jimmy, because like then he's like, okay, he's not the guy that fights fairly. He obviously don't want that, blah 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 blah, and he's not going to stop, right?
Yeah.
And then I think like that's all he was like waiting.
It tells Howard a lot about Jimmy's persona and who he is and who Saul is. Howard is now really able to discover just what an asshole Saul is, not Jimmy, like Saul. But the one thing he doesn't discover during this match is whether Jimmy is actually responsible for all these things that have happened to Howard, for the hit and run incident with Cliff, involving Cliff.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't get it
confirmed. And why? That is because Saul actually says yes to the challenge. If he had said no, then that would have been very suspicious, because, rejecting the challenge would just be like, maybe he is up to something after all. No, wait.
Well, he clearly still don't trust him though, because he still has the private investigator follow him after the end of this gym.
No, yeah, that's true, but he still can't prove. Like, fuck, man, I don't know how to argument for this properly, but I just feel that it is the case that if he hadn't accepted the challenge, that he would somehow have been able to prove it. But I just don't know what the argument for that is.
Nah, like that's not how I saw it. I just saw it like that.
Go back and look at it again when he is walking away. Look at Jimmy's expression. Like, you can see, like, as they're talking, Jimmy or Saul is definitely not inclined. I mean, he's just like fucking laughing and chuckling. I'm not gonna fight you. So what changes his mind?
Yeah, okay.
You see his face there at 23:45.
I'm coming there.
Like, what is going through Jimmy's mind at that point? I mean, what else than him thinking, what does Howard know? If I don't indulge in Howard's...
Right. That's true.
If I don't indulge in this... from Jimmy's perspective, thinking what Howard knows is that Howard could just like invite him for a friendly match, for a friendly game. Yeah. Because from Jimmy's perspective, he is so confident that Howard doesn't know that it is Jimmy yet, that Howard could just, because remember he offered him a job not that long ago as well. He offered him a job at HSM. So would it be so far-fetched that Howard just wants to beat the shit out of him? No strings attached?
No.
So from Jimmy's perspective, it might actually be better to fight him, and that's why he goes back eventually anyway. Yeah. So I thought that was like, and that's what this fucking show is. So awesome. Like, it's so subtextual. That's the fucking that's the term, because a lot of the story is played out in the face mimicry. Isn't that the term for it? Mimicry.
Yeah, I think so.
Face gesturing. Yeah. Of the actors. So,
can we move on to something that I want to talk about? Really want to talk about this episode.
Yeah.
Ties into the first thing.
I only have one.
It's
I
Lalo
only
in
have one.
Lalo in
I
Germany,
only
man.
have one more season. One more scene anyway that I would like to discuss. But we can take yours first.
Lalo in Germany.
Oh yeah, no, that was actually my thing, so that fits very well.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, what did you think when you when you saw that bar with that what is it called? That game screen.
Game.
That game screen
Yeah.
where it says who scored the winning goal for Germany in the World Championship Cup of 1990, and then it says
I felt like that told me like that machine would have to have been there for a very long time. Because it was old questions. It was also like who was the first astronaut in space or something, right? First woman astronaut.
No,
or female astronaut.
there was only one question on the screen though.
Yeah, on the screen though, but like they're mentioning it afterwards, which she answers, but they still go for the American option, which is wrong.
Oh, right. But yeah, obviously this is just to and I like how it's introduced that we just see these two random strangers first. And then we see some woman sitting in the background. But by the second we switch over to seeing that woman from the front, I say to my buddy Mathis, that's Marguerite Ziegler. And I don't know how the fuck I knew that. I just fucking knew. Because
I knew that too, but that was just because like they were speaking German. So, like
no, but this was even before she started speaking. It was just because of these two random strangers speaking, and then I knew that okay, an old woman, all right. But then we come to the truly surprising thing, which we actually talked about in the last episode, I believe, or in one of the teaser episodes. Is Lalo going to go all the way to Germany? Remember, we talked about that, and you guys can go back and listen to that if you wanna. A big fucking shout out to whoever on Reddit that pointed out that it had to be Germany because of the European light switches on the walls. Because I would have said, I wouldn't put it behind me that if you're rich enough, you can get European light switches in America. Yeah, but right? Not at a bar. Not in a bar.
No, not in a bar. But like I'm talking about like the intro where, like the teaser for episode, and you saw Lalo with the gun, when he is in Marguerite Ziegler's house.
Oh, right. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, and somebody pointed that out, that it was in German.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's fucking amazing. But yeah, it is true, man.
Because you can't tell me like if you have enough money, you can build a house however you want.
But then again, then the question is, why the fuck would they do that? Why the fuck would that happen in the house that Lalo is in?
I don't know.
Like we know that, and this is the beautiful thing about this fucking this last scene with Lalo and Margaret is that they really, I don't know how to even express this joy that I feel about it, because Lalo at the end of season 5 literally only knows two things about Guss's operation. He knows, one, that there is a south wall. To what? He doesn't know. He only knows that one piece of trivia, the south wall of some fucking construction project. And two, he knows the name of a spouse of a certain Werner Ziegler. And what does he? And what happens if a fucking psychopath, a Salamanca psychopath from Mexico, gets just a tiny piece of fucking information about Guss's entire meth empire. Well, he goes to Germany, obviously.
Yeah. So
to squeeze
really
things.
wonder, like,
So that one tiny piece of information is now going to become Gus's undoing, because he starts to unravel Margaret. He now knows where the fuck the Jungs are, the guys, whom he's going to track down. And once he finds those, tortures those, how far is there really to the rest of Gus's operation?
Yeah.
And that's why Guss is so fucking paranoid now.
I wonder, like, how did they even find Ziegler? Because how many Zieglers would there be in a country of 80 million Germans?
Apparently 27, 26 now, according to Mrs. Ziegler.
Wow.
That's what he says, at least
somehow
in season 5.
I don't buy that.
No. I buy that. I buy that because Ziegler isn't that common of a name. In fact, I can Google this, but I'm sure that this has been Googled plenty of times by Vince and and Peter.
Okay. So then, he goes there. He finds her, and then and like come on, man, just talk about something, and then I'll come back. I'll come back in 2 minutes.
All right. Well, I've pretty much already expressed my content with this last 10 minutes. Yeah, probably 10 minutes of the show, of this episode. Actually, exactly. Yeah, about 10 minutes, and it's just the way that the suspense is just. I mean, you gotta. This feels weird just speaking it as in a monologue, and there needs to be a dialogue here. But yeah, the relation between Margaret and Lalo is just such a dangerous, such a volatile, fragile thing that you expect it to explode. But at the end of it, of course, we now know that because we've all watched it, it doesn't. And this is very well presented.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm just gonna finish my thought here. And this is very well presented in the last, I think, minute of the where the complete soundtrack goes to a 0, where there's no sounds at all, and we're just sitting there like, oh, fuck, man, something. Like, the suspense is just at an ultimate high, and we're just expecting, oh no, now there's gonna be some fucker of a cliffhanger of Lalo just shooting Margaret and finding some phone number to Guss or one of his guys or whatever, and then he's coming. And then what happens? And this was actually my favorite moment in the entire episode, because what do we get? We get what I would like to call an anti-cliffhanger, because nothing happens. We literally, after this minute of intense fucking silence, where it's just like, fuck, man, is she gonna get shot now? She's gonna get shot! Fuck! I can't take it no more! And then the fucking window is just being shot. And then the episode ends there cold. There's nothing more. There's not even there's no more plot. And that's why I like said this could be like, this is kind of like an anti-cliffhanger. Even though
I didn't expect her to get shot, because I felt like if the writers had choose to, yeah, because like, here's why, man, because I thought that if the writers had choose to have her shot, then I'm like, what the fuck is the point? Because
Lalo is a psychopath, dude.
Yeah, let me finish. because we don't need any more meaningless kills to establish that Lalo is a bad guy. We know that Lalo is a bad guy and a psychopath.
Yeah, but it's not what you. It's not. I mean, it's not about. It's
I
not
know,
about what you.
but it's
What
about-
you need. It's about. It's about the fact
know.
that this could happen.
I know, but I'm saying that you have to have something to anchor Lalo's humanity as well, right?
But what was the point of having like an entire minute of absolute stunned silence there at the end then?
cliffhanger?
No, it's not a cliffhanger. What the fuck?
It's a cliffhanger. And anyways, I'm
no,
gonna
that doesn't make any
backtrack
sense.
a little bit.
So anyone who is like listening to this, please tell us. There's nobody listening to this, so this is pointless. But whatever the fuck, man. Tell us.
There would
be
what 700 people listening to this. There would be 700 people listening to this if you just bothered to spend 10 minutes editing the video. Anyways.
Wow, that's fucking bullshit. Coming from the man who the first episode he edited just slapped it together and fucking uploaded it in 2 minutes. Wow.
Yeah. Well, I can't help that I'm effective.
But anyway, on the off chance that, on the 1,000,000 to 1 chance that anybody is listening to this, please comment below if you think there's any other options for that stunned silence at the end than to build the suspense because Lalo is a psychopath and he could kill her, because there is no other option to put that in. Like I know movies, I know fucking TV shows, and that has nothing to do with the cliffhanger there. You're just
that's
drunk.
speculation,
You're drunk,
anyways.
man.
That's speculation, anyways. Let me finish what I was thinking about the scene because you didn't allow me to finish.
Yeah.
I also like that he finds the postcards from Werner's Jungs, right? His boys.
Sup, everybody?